Alright, y'all, so this is gonna be kind of like I guess like a demo breakdown almost. I don't always, like, when I work on music, I don't always do it on camera. I don't, like, sometimes if the inspiration strikes, I don't really, either don't feel like recording it or I don't have time to record it. So, like, in the past, I didn't really have all this set up right to where I could be recording all my music sessions and, like, production sessions. So, I kind of want to do, like, a little track breakdown and kind of show, like, a track that I've already worked on, like a demo I've already worked on. And I kind of wanted to show a way of, like, kind of like the process of how the demo was made, almost like I guess almost in like a hindsight kind of way, if that makes sense. So the track we're working on today, I mean, it doesn't really have a name. It could be called something like Stay Don't Go, Lose Control, something like that, kind of just based on what the lyrics are, or ended up being, at least for this demo. But so this one was pretty fun. I actually started this one out, I think I started this one on my acoustic. So it kind of started as like I had capo on the 7th fret, and I was kind of doing like some fingerstyle stuff, like, and I kind of, it's just like a really simple pop progression, but I kind of liked the, so yeah, I started off kind of like fingerstyle like that, and I kind of started strumming to it a little bit more, and kind of, I guess I didn't really have any words to it when I started, but this is kind of like the general vibe I had going. So at that point I kind of had that down, but I wanted it to be more of like almost like an alternative indie kind of track, with more like kind of like beachy guitar tones and stuff. Because I mean, I guess I currently am still, but at the time I was listening to a lot of like kind of like beachy, like Fender kind of indie tracks where, you know, there's like washed out reverb on Fender guitars, and so I ended up kind of redoing that fingerstyle piece, but on my Jazzmaster, on my electric, and it came out like this. Initially. So this was like the intro to the song. And I was playing this through my my Roland Jazz chorus. It's in the corner behind me over there, but my little JC-120, or no, not 120. It's like a 60? I don't know. Doesn't matter. So I just went with like some palm muted same chord progression I was doing on the acoustic. I just did it on the Jazzmaster, and then I ended up adding I think a tape delay to it. Yeah, so I added this simple tape delay with the Arturia Tape 201. This is like a plug-in version of a super popular tape delay from like the 70s. It's called the RE Space Echo, RE20 Space Echo, I believe. Here it is. It's a RE201 Space Echo. The RE20 is like the pedal version that they came out with recently. But so this tape echo, or this Space Echo, is really popular in a lot of like almost like surf rock and stuff back in the day. You hear it a lot in I guess like kind of guitar heavy productions back in the day. But anyways, so I ran it through this, and it kind of gave it like a cool tape delayed sound. Just added a little bit more vibe, I thought, which was nice. I believe after that I laid down this bass or synth. So after that I went to my plugins and I grabbed the EMU-II. I absolutely love this thing. This was like this was like one of the first samplers ever made. This was really popular, used by people like Peter Gabriel, and off the top of my head, that's who I can think of. He was one of the first people that had one in his studio, I think, but came out in 1984, I believe. Here it is. So 1984, this was like one of the first samplers ever made. So this thing, you'd put floppy disks in it, and kind of like was the beginning of sampling, I guess you can say. But there's a lot of really cool patches in here, especially in the plugin. Look at this. Notable players: David Bowie, Daft Punk, Depeche Mode. That's a big one. I love Depeche Mode. OMD, New Order, Pet Shop Boys, Simple Minds. Vangelis, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. I don't know why Peter Gabriel's not on this list, but he used it on his song Sledgehammer. Don't want to get copyrighted, but anyways, so you get the gist. Anyway, there's a lot of really cool patches in here. There's like strings, there's a lot of textural stuff, there's e-pianos, leads, there's some organ stuff. So I usually really like the pads in here. I find myself always coming back to this for pads, but this one's called Devolution. I'm assuming it's probably a play on Devo, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Anyways, so you can see there's a lot of texture in that with just one pad from the sampler. I think I might have added some reverb in the plugin as well. Let me see. No, I think I just turned up the chorus probably, but anyways. So you can see right off the bat that already adds a ton of vibe as a backing pad. Kind of just following the like the roots of the chord progression, but G to B, C to B, back down. After that, I did some I wanted to do some washed out strums. I guess some people call them diamonds in the industry, I guess. I don't know. I'm not in the industry, so I wouldn't know. But basically, I did some washed out strums here. Let's see. So there's quite a bit going on this sample, but so this is what it sounded like dry. Well, with the compressor. This is what it sounded like dry right here. Again, this was all my Squier Jazzmaster through my Roland amp, my chorus amp. And then after that, I added a Echo Boy. So this is like an echo delay from Sound Toys. So I did Surf Springs Wide because I was going for that surfy vibe. So I wanted something with some drip to it, a little bit drippy. That's it right there. That's the sound. After that, I did a little bit of a flanger just to kind of add some movement and more texture. Oh yeah, that's fire. This is a kilohertz flanger. And then after that, I just ran it through a Valhalla vintage verb. I did a Hall preset with the 80s color, 1.5 second decay, cut some of the lows out, and then that's with the reverb. So you can already see that's a ton of vibe right off the bat. So after that, I believe I didn't play it on the Juno, but I believe I did a Prophet VST, or might have been the Oberheim. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Oberheim. So OPXA from Arturia. This is a emulation of the OB. Super popular synthesizer from back in the day, but I did a Beauty Heart preset. I think I added I turned the reverb up a little bit on the dry, and then I turned the chorus down because I didn't like the chorus that was on here. And then I just ran it back through that same Hall reverb that I was just using on the guitar. So this is a little melody I put in here. So together, I guess I also added these atmospheric bubbles to kind of add to the beachy, wavy kind of vibe. I wanted it to sound like you were laying under the tide or something. Like if you went to the beach and were laying under the tide, and then this was the sound that the mermaids were making or something. I don't know. Leads us into the intro here pretty nicely. Very wavy off the bat. I was trying to think of like what the sound of the ocean would be like. I don't know, if you swam into like Atlantis or something. I don't know, Aquaman or something like that. If you're talking to the dolphins and the whales. After that, I laid down some drums before I had touched vocals or anything like that. This is Linndrum, so I used Linndrum samples. Linndrum was another really popular machine back in the 80s for like Italo disco and synth pop and stuff. A lot of groups used it. Pet Shop Boys and Depeche Mode and all those good ones. But so it's a simple kick, 4 on the floor with a little side stick or clap in here. Yeah, clap. As far as processing, I think I just ran it through 76 to add some color and compression. And then, yeah, decapitator, drum fattener to add some color. This is a really popular saturation plugin, decapitator. I use this a lot on drums and basses because it adds harmonics. Kind of makes it sit in the mix a little bit better. But anyways, fattened them up, and then I did a plate. So this is the EMU-II plate reverb. This is another really popular reverb unit from the 80s. The EMU-II. This is like an Arturia version, so there's a couple different ones in here, but you can kind of see bypassed it. You can see what that plate adds. It adds a lot of atmosphere, but just some space. It just adds some space to the mix, really. That's kind of all it's doing. I think I did a low cut on here. That way didn't affect it didn't hit the kick drum as much. Yeah. High pass filter. You can see how it kind of ignores the kick a little bit more. Usually I'll put these at like 100 or 80. Anyways. And then so that was it. Moving into the second part of the drum groove, I did pattern 2. So this is clap, snare, side stick, and then the Linndrum hat. Really popular sample from the 80s. Pet Shop Boys use this one a ton. And then I did just a decap splice sample pack kick. It cuts really well, so. But anyways, so I just patterned this out by hand. I kind of wanted it to have a drum machine feel, so I didn't care that it was right on the grid as much. It was more syncopated, but the syncopated is on the grid. That's just a fancy way of saying on the grid. So after that, I kind of was messing around more on the acoustic, trying to find like a vocal melody, you know? So I started thinking of like Bruce Springsteen a little bit for some reason. I don't know why. And his song Secret Garden, because he uses the Juno in that one a lot, and I like that song. But I was kind of trying to get in the spirit more of like kind of like a softer kind of like almost like a secret, because when I'm listening to this, it sounds like somebody's telling me a secret, you know, like I'm in like this secret ocean somewhere where I'm in like a little I'm in like a grotto or something, you know. So it sounded like something needed to tell me a secret. So in the lyrics, I kind of just so tell me a secret, one that you've guarded in your secret garden. And then so I kind of just sang that. I was trying to stretch myself vocally a little bit more on this one, trying to do like a kind of a different style than I would normally do. But so this one's more of like a higher kind of. So tell me a secret, one that you've guarded. And then I added some processing to kind of make it almost sound like ethereal or ephemeral or something, you know? This is like let's see what I did to this. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Holy crap. Okay. So dry. Just my dry vocal chain at least. 1973 preamp. Boosted the lows and highs a tiny bit into a 76. This one adds some more flavor and kind of catches the higher peaks into a 2A. This one is more of like a rounded off compressor. It's an optical compressor, so this one will kind of just kind of take what the 76 did and kind of help it out and assist it a little bit and just kind of smoothen that vocal out a little bit more. I did a peak reduction up to 60, just because this was kind of a quieter vocal and I didn't want to use the 76 too much because I wanted it to still sound soft. So about 5 dB of gain reduction here, and then I went up to 45 for gain. Demo vocals, so yeah, there's some fan noise in the back, but it's all good. Who cares? After that, I ran it into the Dimension. This is another plugin that was really popular back then for vocals, and it basically just adds like a chorus to your voice. Kind of gives it like a little bit of width, a tiny bit more width, so it's more in your face. It helps it cut. See how kind of like right off the bat, like it stretches the vocal out and makes it more present. After that, I ran it through another hall reverb. This one was a 2-second delay, so a little bit longer. This one's more for just like a long room reverb. So this one's just kind of supposed to support the background and help the vocal kind of fit more in the back end of the mix. And then I mixed it to taste on the volume sliders and everything. After that was a plate. This was I did 80's plate preset, so this was a little bit of a shorter delay. I turned the drive up, so there's a little bit of saturation there from this plugin. And then I just turned the blend down a little bit more towards dry. That way it wasn't super overpowering. But just to kind of get the plates are good at kind of getting the vocal off your ear a little bit, rather than just like a dry signal being right in your ear. It kind of helps it get off your ear a tiny bit more and kind of just have some more space, some more air. After that, I ran a harmony engine. So this is really good for doing like vocal harmonies, and I guess just kind of making it kind of sound like there's more than one vocal at a time. It's really good for that. You can hear those harmonies that it's adding. Kind of like almost like a vocoder kind of sound, but I usually run this back through the hall reverb. That way it blends a little bit better. And then finally, I did an Echo Cat delay. So this is another popular tape delay that I like to use. I actually found this one from, I think like Jack Antonoff or something. A secret, one that you've guarded. Hear that delay? Guarded it. Tell me a secret. So just more etherealness, more vibe, but that's pretty much my vocal chain for this track. So coming into this part, we have. So tell me a secret, one that you've guarded. You can see those like secret garden. Those like strummed washes are just perfect right here. Oh my gosh. Tell me a secret, one that you've guarded. It's like calling with the vocal and then it's answering with the strum. Adds a lot of atmosphere. One that you've guarded. Secret garden. Yeah. So after this, I kind of wanted to do like almost like a higher falsetto kind of thing. I was trying to go for like I said, I was kind of trying to stretch my vocal range out a little bit more with this demo, but so I kind of was getting up like da, 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 trying to do that kind of thing, and I kind of just played off this more, I was trying to spitball and find lyrics, but tell me you want me, baby, tell me you want me, tell me you want me, baby, drums came in. Is this leading us into the chorus? So getting into the chorus here. So I believe I actually recorded the verse, like this verse part after, once I kind of had a chorus down, because the concept kind of made a little bit more sense. But the words that kind of stuck out to me was like, that's when I say don't go, and that's when I lose control. That's when I say don't go. And then for the B side of the chorus, like the next I think like the next 8 bars after that, I went back up in my range a little bit, and I did. That's when I say don't go. Yeah, that's when I lose control. I'm not warmed up, but you get the gist. I have to warm up a little bit to kind of get up in my register that high. But anyways, so once the chorus hits, I basically did like a kind of a vocal stack here, and then I changed the drums up, and then I also added the strums a little bit faster. So instead of every 4 bars there was a strum, I did it so every 2 bars there was a strum. Just kind of add some more movement to the chorus. And you'll see how this kind of fits in with the drums sped up. And then here I think I added a bass. Yeah. So Oberheim bass. Super gritty. A lot of attitude. Let's see how I mix this one. So again, decapitator for some saturation with a mid driver preset. Cranked the drive up to 7, and I changed the tone to bright a little bit. That way it was kind of brighter in the mix, because this isn't like a darker song. This is more of like a kind of like a happy-go-lucky kind of song, I guess, at least in the production. And then I switched up the progression on the EMU-II as well. Just so that way it kind of complemented the bass a little bit more. Brought back in the little melody from the other Oberheim. And that little melody kind of became like a really strong part of this piece, I feel like. Anyways, so yeah. So vocal stack here, we did I did 3 takes. That's when I say don't go. So recorded in left and right. That's when I say don't go. Mixed it in with some reverb and stuff. This is like the main piece here. That's when I say don't go. That's when I lose control. That's when I say don't go. So kind of a cool stack there. And then on this one I didn't do any backing because I think I stopped working on this, but that's when I say don't go. Yeah, that's when I lose control. Yeah. So anyways, so this is like the final chorus, not final, but this is like the chorus I settled on for this demo, but well, that's when I say don't go. That's when I lose control. That's when I say don't go. It's a ton of vibe in this song. That's when I say don't go. Yeah, so that's my demo, guys. I really enjoyed this one. I need to finish this one and like actually flesh it out into a full track, because this is a lot. This is like I feel like this is pretty close to what a style that I would like to make for myself. I definitely really like the kind of like the energy that this track has, and it kind of just feels like you're marching towards something, or it kind of has like that almost ethereal feeling where it's like almost like you're hearing somebody's like thoughts or something, if that makes sense. It's like almost like an introspective kind of tune, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna start trying to do some more stuff like this, because I do have a lot of demos that I'm sitting on that have never really seen the light of day, and I'd like them to see the light of day. Because a lot of the times when I write, I don't always get back to finishing the tracks. I gotta get better at that, but for the most part, I feel like these are still these are still good, you know, production demos, and I feel like it's worth sharing with people and just kind of show people how I work and the kind of sounds that I choose and the way I mix things and stuff like that. But so as I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're a producer or somebody that makes music, I wish you luck in your songwriting and all that stuff. And if you're not, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys were able to take something away from it and just kind of see how I work and the way I write music and my songwriting process. But yeah. All right, cool. This has been Brendan Patrick. Yeah, cool. All right. Peace, guys.
Well, that's when